Got beans, get beans. Burter Butterbeans Studio.
You know who it is?
Hey guys, it's Butter Butterbean Studio, and today I'm participating in the TINYPIXELS Game Jam. The Game Jam topic is retro, so I immediately thought of the game Duck Hunt on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I prepped some assets. I just designed them quickly in Photoshop, got some images online. Now we're going to put it all together. So I have a Unity project started here. This is going to be the title screen, so I'll go ahead and add an image. Oh, I forgot. I gotta download the backdrop as a separate image. Okay, it should pop up here. Just make sure we change that to point no filter, no compression. Same thing with play and quit. And this one too. I don't think I changed those settings. Point no filter, none. Okay. So we'll go ahead and drag our sprite. Just make sure that the background is 1280 by 720 because that's the resolution of the artwork that I made. All right, that looks good. Call this background. We'll create another image. This is going to be the name of the game, which is Duck Hunting HD. Let's see, how did I have that positioned here? It's actually on top of the sky. Okay. Got to stretch that out a little bit. Shrink it down. There we go. Title text. Well, create, not a button. Button Text Mesh Pro. We'll import TMP Essentials. While we're at it, I'll go ahead and create the font asset that I have. Text Mesh Pro font asset creator, the dinosaur font. Okay, so let's make that a little bit bigger. The image, we're going to get rid of the text because the button is text. So it's going to be play. I'll hit preserve aspect ratio. And then I'll scale it up a little bit. So let's see, how did I have it here? It's to the right of my thing there. So this is going to be our play button. And then, well, let's make that a little bit smaller. Let's do even heights too. So 500 by 150. And I kind of want the button to animate. So let's drop that down just a tad bit. So play button. That's the quit button. Let me get my logo in here. Let's get another image. Just label this properly. So logo. That's going to be a duck. So duck flap open. We'll put that behind the title text. Make it slightly larger. So like right there. Create an animation. Hit the record button. Change it to duck flap close. Kind of bring it down. This is going to be tricky. How about we preserve the aspect, then try to record and change the sprite. Why is it not changing? Really? Because I did this? Hey, that works. Make that a little bit faster. Let's do 120. Cool. All right. Let's rename this play button. Rename this quit button. Logo. Let's create an animation. Logo title. Let's rotate it on the z-axis, -720. So that's rotating right. Let's change that to 10. Okay. Title text. Create an animation called title text. Let's record. Change the scale to 1.2. 1.2. And then drop it down to 1 by 1. See how that looks. Okay, the logo, I'll actually drag that behind the title text. Let's do the play button. We'll just make it a little bit subtle. So 1.1, 1.1. Drop that down to 1 by 1. See what that looks like. Yeah, looks good. And then we'll do the same thing for the quit button. Drop that down to 1. All right, we'll save this as the title scene. Maximize, and let's click play and see what it looks like. Nice. All right, and then we have to get the, do they have a banner? They do not. So let's create some text. Let's decrease the size. Let's make that yellow maybe. Let's give it a stroke. Or not. It looks good without a stroke. Maybe some bezel emboss. So layer style, bevel and emboss. Now let's go without it. We'll duplicate that and then I'll just copy the theme. Oh, I can't have that in that corner. I'll just create some text mesh pro. See where I can fit it. Dinosaur font. Center the text. Make sure we auto size. Save that, see what it looks like. All right, cool. So we're gonna duplicate the title. Call this play. Go into play. Let's delete all of this. The background. We're gonna have our sky background. Duplicate that. Call this foreground. Assign our sprite. And then now we'll start designing the level layout. So let's make sure we save this. It's title.psd. Take a look at what the game looks like. Yeah, I have to make this. Let's see. It's on the sprite, so paste that, call that shiny black, convert it to a smart object. Oh, we gotta trim some of this off. All right, let's convert that to a smart object. Let's export this as shiny black, and we'll put that in the art folder. We'll save, close that. Okay. Make sure we change that to point no filter, no compression. Now we gotta start designing the UI, so UI image. And the center is our hit, so I have a hit panel, I think. That would be in our UI. Hit panel. Let's preserve the aspect. Stretch that out a little bit. So we have hit, shot, duplicate that, stretch it down. Maybe it'd be better if I don't preserve the aspect. So I gotta leave some room for the dog to walk on as well. So really this should be like half the size of that. And then make sure it's centered. Make sure these are the same height. I'm a stickler for perfect numbers, so let's go with a height of 100. The width, we can say 700. Shot. I'll rename this the shot panel. I'll rename this the hit panel. And then this needs 3 images of bullets. "25 for the width, 30 for the height. Maybe make that a little bit longer, so 35. We'll do -35, position 12. Duplicate that. And duplicate it again. Down 35. Cool, so we got our shot bullets. We'll rename all this to bullet. And then in our hit panel, we need 10 ducks. So we'll create an image. Uh, 50-50. Maybe that works. I don't know. No, that's not going to fit 10 ducks. Maybe 35, 35. 40, 40. 1, 2. Try 35, 35. Oh yeah, we also need space for the hit meter. So I might need to raise this up a little bit. change that to white duck. I think it looks good there. We'll drop them down a little bit. Put them like 10. So this one's at negative 220. This one I'll put at negative 180. So they're 40 units apart. This should be negative 140. This should be negative 100. This should be negative 60. This should be negative 20. This should be 20. So that's 3, 4, 7 ducks. Should be 68, 9, 10. And I was expecting them to fill all the way to the end. So if anything, we'll make hit panel slightly shorter. Do 540. Drag the ducks back on. And then we'll make sure hit panel is centered. Shot panel, we can drag that over a little bit too. Say negative 450. And then the hit panel also needs the hit meter, so let's make one. It's going to be 20. There's one that extends only up to 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. That duck right there. And that's going to be 6 hit. And then there's one that extends all the way to the 10th duck. So that's going to be its own image. We'll turn that off for now. And then we need let's put in the dog. So yeah, image. Might need to lower that. Negative 300. All right, so I guess they're about the middle of the screen. So let's put him here. Let's do one more thing. UI image. Shiny black, where's that material? This is for the round number. It's basically in the center of that one. Make that 125 by 45. Round number panel. Put some text in there. Stretch to fill. R equals 1. Dinosaur font. Center. Auto size. Okay. So now the dog, we need to create an animation. I think we need because it has to somehow go behind this layer, even though it's in front of it now. That 130 by 200. Like that 230 by 130. Make a script called play or intro level animation. I also know that there's a dog that holds the duck. I have a sprite for that. Make sure that's perfect centered. That's going to go in the background, so we need to drag that behind the foreground. We can actually create the animation for that now. Dog holding dead duck. So it's going to rise up a little bit. And then return to its old position. So copy base component values. Let's keep this position here. A little bit. Drop that down to 50. Maybe 40. Make sure we turn off looping, loop time. So that's that. We gotta do this dog thing now. Dog sniffing. And he's got to change into that image of the dog jumping. Then he's got to jump. We gotta keep a scale 1:1. 230 by 130. Starts stretching in. Two 30 by 165. We'll just do that right before. Then he jumps. Okay, so we need to keep the Y position the same as well. No, that's too fast. Okay, so how long is this animation? 3.667. All right, so we need public game object, call this dog sniffing. need one for dog jumping. Actually, just a background. We're going to delete the foreground one. So when start, dog jumping background at set active, false. Dog sniffing dot set active true. Start coroutine. Go to dog sniffing animation. So I enumerator. Go to dog sniffing animation. Yield. Return new. Wait 4 seconds. 3.667F. Dog sniffing that set active false. Dog jumping background dot set active true. So let's get rid of dog jumping foreground. That was just a placeholder. Dog jumping background. Let me create an animation for that. So just to keep it consistent, dog sniffing with 15 frames. We'll do the same thing for this. We'll make sure dog sniffing is not looping. Dog jumping background is not looping either. And that's 4 seconds. So yield return new 4F. Dog jumping background dot set active false. So we'll give the canvas intro level animation. Dog sniffing is over here. Dog jumping background is over here. Save. We'll click play. Oh, we need to turn off dog holding dead duck. So we'll get another one. Dog holding. Set active false. Okay. We need one more panel. I forgot to do the score one. So we'll duplicate shot panel, move it over there, give it the correct art, score. It's a little bit longer, so let me make that A little bit longer. Say 270. We will get rid of these 3 bullets. And this is our score panel. We need to add some Text Mesh Pro. Make sure it's not overlapping the word score. We'll auto size it. Keep it justified to the left. Dinosaur font. 2, 4, 6 zeros. Stretch that in a little bit and move this over. And then that's our score num text. This is our round num text. All right, we need a round panel in the middle. So UI image. Give it a round panel. Round number panel. UI Text Mesh Pro. 295 by 130. 00. Round 1. Centered. Auto size. Dinosaur. It's a little bit smaller than that, so make sure that's in the center. We'll make it 300 by 160. Make that 240 by 110. Create a new script. Call that round panel disappear. Actually, I don't need to do that. I could do that in the intro level animation. We'll just call this round panel. So we'll start 2 different coroutines. Hide round panel. Let's create some variables. So public int round num score num ducks killed num current duck num. Let's create some text mesh pro GUIs. Let's text. Call this round num panel text round equals num text score num text. And then in the update function, we'll say round num panel text dot text equals round plus round num round equal num text dot text equals r equals plus round num and then score num text dot text equals score num. Okay, what's going on? Oh, using TM Pro. Using Unity Engine dot scene management. Using Unity Engine dot UI. Okay. Round num 1 current duck num 1 round number panel. Just so I can find it easier. Might make that animation faster. $1.714. Actually, that won't matter. Nice. Just make sure the UI, wait, no filter. Alright, let's make some actual ducks. So, yeah, image, and it comes out from behind, right? Yeah, from behind the grass. Alright, so I guess that about does it for this video. I'll resume progress tomorrow. If you like the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll catch you soon.
You know who it is?